stars align. Kelly Coffee takes you on a ride divine. In her thought bubble we sail through the night, exploring the universe, our vision takes flight. The symphony of galaxies fills the air. Come with me, let's ride on the cosmic breeze. With Kelly Coffee we'll journey through galaxies. In her thought bubble we'll explore the unknown. A grand adventure like no other we've known.
Hey guys. Hey, what's going on this morning? Good morning. Hey, Jamie. Jamie's here. Jamie's here. What's going on, Jamie? What's going on? Ah. Huh. I don't know where that came from. What's going on with you guys? I thought, why not put on some makeup today? Scare some people. There we go. So, what's up, Schumann resonance? Yep, the Schumann resonance is back. I had enough of fetal position crying for a while. Before these last 2 days of just, what the fuck? Like, oh, Kelly, lately I've been feeling homesick. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Anybody else? Anybody else? Or feel homesick? I didn't know how to put that into words. I'm feeling that too, Jamie. I didn't think of it that way. Homesick. How fucking cool. How fucking cool is that? Anybody else feel homesick? Thank you, Jamie, for being the brave one that comes up and it's like, I was going to volunteer. Feeling homesick. It's like knowing that something's going to happen. And then if you're still in a program of going outside of yourself, then going outside of yourself to figure out how this is going to happen. Instead of letting go, allowing, and watching. Or I'm just talking about myself again. Sorry, I'm talking about myself again. I don't know if you can relate or not. Oh my gosh. It's a weird feeling, and it's allowing me to have attachment issues. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Like we're holding on to things that maybe aren't tangible, like memories. Are we homesick for a feeling? Is that what we're homesick for, is a feeling? I'm asking for a friend, Jeremy. Rhetorical question day. Billy said it was rhetorical question day. Woo! That takes the load off. I don't know if I put my makeup on quite even or not. It's a Schumann resonance kind of makeup day. Oh, you guys, you know, the funniest thing, I'm not even going to tell you the idea. Because, like, if we want to look at separation and all. Hey, look, you can see my shelf. How cool. You see my shelving? Awesome. Oh, what were we talking about? This, if we want to look at division like Capricorn and so forth, there's some kind of, I don't know, rising or setting or like frolicking going on. That's like business, business, business. I've got like all these business ideas. And it's been really weird because I've been, you know, just kind of looking in some areas recently. Kind of looking in some areas. And then feeling like something's going to happen. And then just randomly, a neighbor comes up that I hadn't seen in a while. Just, you know, walking their dog, or just say hello, and then, you know, how you doing, what you've been doing, and then I just told them about XYZ, and they're like, okay, I can't say, and then gave me some information, and then I'm like, you know, here's a business idea. What do you think about this? And then I put this like, and they're like, oh, that would be perfect. That is, and they were like, oh, and I know people and so forth, and oh my gosh. And a potential of a business idea, if I want to pursue it, you know, it came up, and it's something that would be very helpful. Like there's a place for it. There's a place for it, and not because I'm not telling you what the idea is, but not just a place for it, like in the community for people to like buy the product, or, you know, beyond, but also for the people that work for the company, that they would get a huge benefit too. Hi, Matej. Oh, good to see you too. So in me, with, you know, Capricorn splattered all over the place, and Sagittarius. It's got the Capricorn, all the ideas and all that, and the Sagittarius is the, let's just set this on fire and get it done. You guys, I'm feeling like this is a time that all of these wonderful ideas are coming out. These glorious ideas are coming out. How do you guys feel? Are you getting inventions and ideas of a better way to do things, or a different way to do things? Stuff that helps people. Stuff that helps people. Are you getting any ideas? This is an exciting time. I was just thinking in between fetal position crying over the past. Wait, did I put that? Oh, I did put that in the title. That was the title I did yesterday. I did the title and it was like, I can't people today. I can't video today. It's just not going to happen. But yesterday was full of all kinds of wonderfulness and get shit done and helping people in a significant way. I think that's when I'm at my best. But, you know, if you're in the helping people business, Emily, oh my God. Like, I don't know how to take that now. I look better without makeup. Oh my God. Oh my God. I got triggered, Emily. Like, my programming inside said, oh my God, Emily said I was ugly. And then now that I have it on, now what? That it's like, oh, you look better without that, Kelly. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so triggered. Oh, wow. And then I just continue to put it on. Oh, my. Oh, Schumann resonance. Okay. Is that not okay to do, though? Is not okay to... I mean, oh my God. Maybe I shouldn't do a video today. Oh my God. I was just having fun painting on my face. Because I hadn't done it in a while. And I was trying some new things out. I had some new brushes and stuff. Okay. Alrighty. Oh God. Like now I can't cry because I have makeup on. Like fuck. Alrighty. Oh. I'm sorry, you guys. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I really triggered. Oh my God. Thank you. What I really think you meant was you have a natural beauty, Kelly. Not you look like shit now. Oh my God. Okay, I'm done. I'm so done with that. Should I keep doing this? Yeah. What do you do now that you started? Because you guys know when you do makeup and you do one thing, it doesn't look right yet till you do something else, and then you do something else, and then it all comes together at the end. Like magically. Still right before the very end, it looks scary. Makeup does. Wow. So maybe instead of doing a video today, because and putting myself out there, I know. I was doing it like art because I was like, oh my gosh, I've got these. Because I haven't put on makeup in a while because I've kind of felt like I've been dumpy and in a rut, and like in a really good healing place. I mean, here in Colorado, we've got like lots of natural stuff. Not a lot of people wear makeup, and I'd seen some makeup things. I thought, well, let me try that on myself. Let me try it with different color makeup. It's a different look than I did before. That was extreme or whatever. And see if it works with more subtle makeup. And I wasn't even finished with it. Oh my God. Like, usually when I put on makeup and you watch people put on makeup, you're like, well, that looks ridiculous. But I know it all comes together in the end. I mean, I don't even have eyelashes on yet. I haven't even put eyelashes on yet. That, you guys, what did I feel? I mean, obviously not completely healed. Oh my gosh. I just went ahead and blocked them. I'm not dealing with that shit. I don't know if it was a bot or, that copied a real person or a real person. I'm not dealing with that shit. Like, what is the purpose in coming and saying, look, you look better natural? I don't understand. I guess I don't understand. And then it re-explained it, an exaggerated look of not you. Well, that's what makeup is an illusion. Makeup is an illusion. Like a filter that gets rid of wrinkles. Like TikTok that puts a whole different person's face on your face. On TikTok. And so I found these. Like I found these little teeny tiny little makeup brushes and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I can do that look and see if I can make it work out like the lady in the videos. And there were like 4 colors and I've only done 2 of the 4 colors in the comment. Well, I mean, while you're putting on makeup, yeah, anything looks better. Oh dear. Oh my God. That didn't feel misunderstood compliment. At this point, it doesn't. There was some. Okay, that was more than just triggering. There was something in that. There's something in that. And then it goes to expectations. What do I expect when I get here? Kelly without makeup on, so I feel better about myself. Well, why do you feel better about yourself? Fill in the blank. And so I changed that. And now you don't get the same Kelly that you got. So in other words, you were feeding off of me. That's what that sounds like. Like, I'm not able to express myself and have fun with makeup and all, where I've, that's a subtle way of manipulating you. That's what a man will do to a woman. You look better without makeup. Oh, why? Because when I put makeup on, that all the men stare at me. Is that why I look better without makeup? What are the agendas here? Why do we even say things? Oh my God. Holy crap. Oh my God. Like when some people, if I asked, like, what do you guys think of the makeup? Well, Kelly, the makeup you did the other day looked better. And, and that's, oh my God. I mean, if I asked you guys and you were honest with me, I'm asking you. I didn't ask what, oh my God. The fuck? The fuck is that? Holy shit. You can tell the Schumann resonance is probably pure white right now. This isn't fight or flight. This is fighter. Oh, I practiced like lip syncing to a song yesterday. And here's I'm not gonna tell you what the song is in case I do it. No, I'm not gonna show you. It's gonna be a surprise. It's gonna be a surprise. Well, I don't know what to do now because I have 2 colors on of 4. Then I can't even tell if I like the look on my eyes. Because I was putting things in different places. Like I was putting colors in different places than I had put before. And then there's 2 more colors that you put on in different places. And it hasn't come together. I mean, so far in person, it looks really good. In person on camera, it might not with the light and everything, but in person, it's looking good. Oh my God. Ugh. The fuck do I come on here in front of the public for and take this shit? The fuck I do this for? Oh my god. Ah. Grief. Oh, good to see you. Oh my gosh. I think I get some ideas on how to help my coworkers to get to stop fighting between them, but then again, I don't want to get myself into the middle of that. Yes, exactly. Now, Matej. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me check my calendar, Matej. Let me see if it is. Hold on. Oh, damn it, fuck. It's self-reflection day, Matej. Damn it, fuck. Okay, it's self-reflection day. So let's maybe look from another perspective. Anybody else relating to this? Let's look from another perspective. If this is self-reflection day, which I just checked my phone, it's self-reflection day. I mean, you check your phone. Then where are we fighting ourselves that we don't know what to do? We don't know how to stop ourselves from fighting. And I don't want to get in between all this stuff in here that's fighting. I don't want to get in the middle of that. What if you didn't have to do a damn thing with the coworkers? You just look at, where is that fight inside of me? Where am I not healed? You know, I found out a pretty good place where I wasn't healed a while ago. Just now. You guys, I don't even have eyeliner on. Oh my god. Once you put eyeliner on, everything starts to come together. What the fuck? Also, like you said, what do you do now that you started? Like, makeup's expensive. Hey, Mitesh. Oh, well, if you're having fun putting makeup on, then why not? Yeah, putting makeup on, it's like trusting. Yeah, trust the process. You know, Mitesh knows, trust the process. Like hair too. Trust the process. It's like, oh, I don't know about this. Just wait. Like after a haircut, it's like, oh no. It's like, give it 3 days, and in 3 days, it all kind of works itself out. I feel like they were trying to be kinda, but it was said so bluntly and plain that it came off judging. That was probably it. But Jamie, I'm done with that though. I'm done with that. Like crap. It's not like this is a makeup channel. Oh my god. I was like, I looked in the mirror and I'm like, well, I look like shit today. And then it's like, let's just put a shit ton of makeup on since I look like shit. Because I'm getting whacked around by the fucking Schumann resonance. And then it's like, you look better without makeup. I was like, but I looked like shit without makeup. So what is that saying about how I look now? I look worse. Oh my god. Is this a day that ends in a Y? No. Oh. Yes, that's true, Michelle. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, can I blame it on something outside of myself today? Can I blame it on the Schumann resonance? Or is it me? Oh, did you hear what I almost said? Is it my fault? I'm in a fault and blame. Guilt and shame program. Fault. Whose fault is? Oh my god. Okay. Not going to say who, where, when, why, or how, or what, but I figured it out. Okay. And it's from the past. It's all of this deep-seated healing shit, you guys. Like, you're like, oh, feeling nostalgic. I forgot the words you used. Was it nostalgia? Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry about the fancy word, if that was it or not. But about the past. And then the weird thing is, I'm hearing it right now. It's called aquatic something on TikTok. There's this tone that's used when they are looking at, back at the 80s and stuff. And then I'm feeling weird right now thinking about it. It's the mall world. The mall world. And then I've asked and no one has said. Because I think I've been there. It's so familiar. Some people have mapped it out. They go there in their dreams a lot. Maybe they had more programming than I did. And maybe they're stuck and trapped. I was like, I'm so jealous I didn't get to go to Mall World. But then I look at their drawings and I'm like, oh, that's familiar. Oh, that's familiar. But no one has ever confirmed or experienced that I know of, because I keep putting the information out. In this mall world, you've got these weird water things going on. Like water inappropriately in places, or it's not being used properly. Water. Like water wouldn't be there. Kind of thing. Odd things with water. And so that part, the aquatic part, really stuck. And then it goes to the what program was that? The Stranger Things. Was that the Majestic 12? What was that? Montauk? What were all those experiments? What was that program called? MK Ultra? Where they put them in water? So I've asked over and over and over, has anybody else experienced the trampolines in the water? Have you experienced the trampolines in the water? And they're right on the surface of the water. Has anybody experienced trampolines in the water? I'm getting brave. I mean, it's okay to say if you don't like the look, but oh my God. Holy crap. Wait, is this the right one? Let me do this one. Whoa. You guys, I'm freaking out right now. Goat's milk to the rescue. I've had 1 cup of goat's milk hot chocolate. What would you guys think if I made the powdered form of goat's milk hot chocolate and put it in envelopes and sold it? All you do is add hot water. Would that be cool? I'm going to try this color. This is in what I call my Egyptian palette. Here's the Egyptian colors. And I'm using the light color. And you're supposed to put it right over your pupil in the middle of the lower eyelid. Let's see what happens. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, you guys. Such a long way. Sometimes it seems to heal. It's like I'm putting it in the middle and I don't know where to stop. Oh, what's this color? I don't know where to stop. I don't know if it's even going to look good. We'll see if it gives the look I'm looking for. Because what I was trying to do is make it look really good, like I don't have makeup on, but having makeup on. That made no sense. Okay. Never mind. It does open up. I mean, I'm not finished with the look, but it does open up the eye. I'm putting colors in places I've never put them before on my eyes to see what happens. Wow, it did something to my eyes. I don't know what, but it did something. Again, this is like the third color. The third color in these 4 neutral or natural looking colors. One was like a mauve almost. It's called Twinks from MAC. I love that color. And the other one was in the brown family, the subtle brown tone. And this was from the Egyptian line. And it's almost like a cream, a frosted cream. Oh, I appreciate you, Michelle. Aw. Oh, opinions for like assholes. Everybody has one. It's so steep more than others. Hey, Mitesh. You might be onto something. I have this quote written in my closet. I love it. Also, you can be happy in the same happy in the same pants you're mad in. When I was a little kid, that confused me when I was wearing a skirt. Taking things literally as an autism. If you have to explain a joke, it's not funny anymore. Well, I feel that love is eternally flowing through you. Aww. Jennifer, you have just such a kind heart today. I've been thwacked around by the Schumann resonance. And I'm trying out makeup, which is probably not 2 things that you should be doing at the same time. And then instead of doing like the whole brow line, which I don't even have eyebrows yet. Instead of the whole brow line, you're supposed to put a little of it, I think, just on the outside up here or something. I'm going to try it and see how it looks, you guys. Oh, good. And I don't know if it's Schumann resonance. Hiccups. Oh, but the past 2 to 3 days, I really struggle with the past patterns. That seems so common right now. Mitesh, anybody else also? You guys, thank you guys for putting your stuff out there for us to talk about. Hopefully it's helpful. It's like 2 parents fighting for control. It's like I didn't fully let go of past patterns. 2 parents fighting for control. And then in that situation, what do? 2 parents fighting for control. When I looked at how should this have been done if it was done in a healthy way? How should it have been done? And just using the parents for an example just reminded me of some. 2 parents fighting for control. I'm not saying this is the healthiest thing on the planet. It is psychology, which has a lot of let's lock people up who disagree with the system, but there are some helpful things, as well. But in the parenting, it's like I didn't feel like I was a bad parent, but every time I turned around, I was told I was a bad parent. Because of what I would define as a conservative way of raising a child. Instead of allowing your child to roam the streets past midnight on a school night, I would prefer they were in by 9 o'clock and in bed at 9 o'clock at a decent hour. So if we're talking about who's in control, well, guess who won on that one? Not me. Because I was such a horrible person to put restrictions like that. How horrible I was. You guys, I'm not joking about that. That's exactly exactly the situation. But I'm horrible. So then, being brainwashed by a narcissist, I look at what is good parenting? What if you disagree about how to discipline the kids? Or who's what deadline to, or curfew or whatever. When you have disagreements like that as parents, how do you reconcile that? And in my research after the fact, it's like, well, now that everything's screwed up, how should it have been? Psychology or counseling, in my research, do your own for entertainment purposes only. I found out that in a disagreement between parents, that the healthy thing to do, according to counselors, is to err on the side of the conservative opinion or rules or whatever it happens to be. To err on the side of the conservative is what they deemed as healthy. When there's a disagreement between parents, err on the side of conservative. Like, choose that one over the non. So if it's the parents are like, no, I feel that they should be out till midnight. No, I know they're a junior or whatever, but still, with a junior and with what's going on now, and I see their friends past 11 o'clock, the parents go to sleep, and then all kinds of stuff happens. Really, truly, as a junior, 11 o'clock might be a better curfew. I'm not saying any of it's true. I'm just an argument, or a discussion on curfew or whatever. And so in that situation, again, the counselors, like, what's healthy or what should be done in those cases is to err on the side of like the 11 o'clock. Again, there's always exceptions with extremes, but I'm just saying in general, because I never won. I was possibly too conservative, but then because I lost, it went to the other extreme of just nobody raising that child. Like shit. So, and that was after the fact, going, that was so unhealthy. That was so unhealthy. Oh God. Already let go of that and move forward. Mitesh. I went through the same thing with my kids and their dad. Their dad let them drink. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know if I can say these words on here. If you guys just want to read the comment, and gave them no parental supervision. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's like, just manipulated. When kids find out they can manipulate a parent and get whatever they want, they don't care what happens to that parent. Just, as long as they get what they want. Oh my God. So, and was trying to be their friend, more than their dad. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Oh no, I believe there needs to be a balance between restrictions and liberty. And that, that's so hard to do. And it changes, Jennifer, like every 5 minutes. Because you could have like a right and a wrong, but then, they grow up. Oh, they're older now. Now what was going on? With my parents, it was like, responsibility. You take on all this responsibility, then you got more freedoms. Didn't sound like freedom, but I understood what they meant. Like, instead of just freedom for the sake of being free, it's like, what did you do to earn that? Were you just doing bed rot and you want all these luxuries? Or did you get out there and mow the lawn and rake the leaves without anybody asking, take the trash out? Or did you have to be asked like 10 times, take the trash out, and then now you just want to go out and have fun and all? After playing games all day, and I'm the one that cleaned up all of your stuff and did your laundry and did all this stuff for you, but you want to go party? So that's kind of the tone they took. So, like, I kept up with my stuff. Making the bed was hard, though. Making the bed. I remember my mom at one point, like, she was trying to bribe me to make my bed. It was like, because my attitude was like, why should I make my bed? I'm going to get right back in it. I wake up and I do my covers like this, and then I can just sit down and do my covers like that. like at night. Why do you make your bed? I didn't see the point. I was overachieving in every area of my fucking life. Like, why did I have to make the bed? My mom paid me $20 a day at one point. She was so frustrated because she couldn't. I did everything else. Kept my stuff off the floor, with the dirty clothes hamper and all of that. I mean, I just didn't make the bed. And for her, in her world, that was important. But when you look at it, that all of the millionaires and billionaires, as a child, they made their bed every day. So my I can't remember if I was a senior. I don't remember, but they were giving me 20. That was a lot of money in 1988. $20 a day was a shit ton of money. Wait a minute. Hold on, where's my let me calculate. Hold on. Okay, equals. Okay. That was a lot of money back then. Yeah, I know, Michelle. But I was the bad parent. Yep, I understand. And everybody was like, oh, when you get older, or when they get older, they're going to see what was really happening and all that. So when I found out when they got older, they still believed all of the lies and all of that. None of that changed. They didn't see the truth. They just, because you didn't say anything and you let it go. Because they're like, oh, don't say anything. When they grow up, they'll see what really happened. No, they didn't. Because what they saw was what that other parent continued to repeat the whole time. And then the one that was the parent not talking about the other parent and all of that, they still think you're crap. So that one backfired on me. That, that justice, oh, at some point they'll see what really happened. No, it's been a while. I mean, I'm not going to give up hope ever, but it's up until right the now. No, not a thing. Not a thing. Oh my gosh. Tell me the same thing. Yeah, they'll grow up and see what really happened. That, he's manipulative and all that. No. So that's why healing, loving yourself is like so popular these days. So popular. You know what? It might be time for another cup of coffee. No, not coffee. I'm so used to drinking coffee. The hot chocolate. Mine are all girls, and I was, although they were, they need their mom and see. Lies. Isn't that like an 80s song? Something about lies. Lies. The lies. That's why. And my story is not uncommon. And when I look around, at one point when I thought this is the way life should be, and I just kind of tolerated and endured all of it. Not because I liked it, but what was I going to do about it? I couldn't change anything. I couldn't make my life better. I couldn't, going, how, just the confusion of being in a world, as a woman, and seeing how far superior you were to the men, but being told that they were in charge of you. And that you had to manipulate your entire world to make their ego, think that they're in charge of this. Or you get punished. Like a punishment thing. And living in that world, do the best you can, put on a smiley face. Because, here I am, and, Pisces, they're kind of delusional. But anyway, Pisces, we love you, but, oh my God, get a grip sometimes. Seriously. someone who's older of a certain generation, and I'm talking about women don't want to do this, or this, and it's all the stuff that this person's wife did, being, getting married at a time where women had no rights, and at all they couldn't own anything or make money or whatever. And then just what comes out of this person's mouth now, I could only imagine what was going on in the marriage. Oh no, my wife was so happy as a widow to do this and that and the other. And I'm like, you really think a woman is born and goes, oh my gosh, where's the nearest man that I can take care of, where he can and just feed off of me and my resources and go places in life, and me go nowhere and not even get a thank you. And then when you get where you want to do, you trade a 40 in for 2 20s. That's what I have to look forward to. You never loved me in the first place. You just loved lingerie. Whoever had it on. When you're presented everywhere you turn around, it's like men have needs. Here's some needs in a relationship. And I'm like, then don't have one. Oh, the fuck? Hold on, you guys. It hit me one day. It fucking hit me. This is what's wrong with relationships and why they're not working. Check it out. Looky loo at the bottom. Need is the lowest form of energy on this planet. And what do we base these relationships on? Need. I need a pencil sharpener for my pencil and someone to feed my tummy to keep my pencil sharpener full of my pencil shavings. Oh my God. I need you. I mean, when people say that to me, I need you, I'm like, oh, fuck no. Oh, hell no. This, whatever this was going to be, is over. Friendship or not, if you just express you need me, I'm going to run. Run. See how in movies, I need you, you complete me. Fuck you. Fuck you and your fantasies of me not having a life. In servitude, oh, you're so skilled. And I know I'm skilled and talented. I'm not going to waste it on you, free labor. Fuck, and your needs, it'll be never ending. Just think about that, ladies. If a man says he needs you, believe him. He will drain you of everything. He doesn't want you. I mean, every now and then he wants you, but you want your pants off. He wants your pencil sharpener. That he has you. You're my possession. Ah, look familiar? No. So any relation, even friendship based on need, should never be permanent. If I'm in a relationship with a man, he has needs, don't sign any paperwork. Fuck that shit. You got needs, you take care of that yourself. When you have overflowing, come to me. As long as you have needs, I'm not going to have a relationship with you. Bring me your overflow. Feed me, the creator of this reality. And that's not what is presented, but then you deal with it. You put on the smile, because what do? What's going to happen to a woman who can't have her own bank account? Slavery, indentured servitude. And then they think that we wanted that. And then even being presented to their face, no, it's not what we wanted. They persist because it's a system, it's a program. I'm so strong, you guys. I've been highly offensive at times. I'm not putting up with shit. I'm calling everything out. Calling a spade a spade. If you're going to be fucking neurodivergent and see all the fucking patterns, just go ahead and just say it out loud instead of keeping it in your mind. I'm not going to tolerate that in my presence. There's my boundaries. Exactly. Wait, hold on. Oh crap. Oh, you guys, hold on. Oh, let me turn my sound down. I'm sorry, you guys. You know what I'm doing. There it is. Oh, shit. There we go. Thank you guys for your patience. Because I'm not dealing with shit today. Or really any day. I'm so done with shit. So done with shit. So done with shit. Oh, here we go. Chocolate. There we go. There. Does anybody have a latest on the human residence? Because the last I looked, it was really bad. Like, hold on. Let's see. Sorry, it's going to take me a second. There. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. I'm so sorry, you guys. Let's double check. I'm sorry, just trying to find all the bots. Yeah, there we go. I'm sorry, those were bots, you guys. There we go. Hey. There. Sorry about that. Those were bots. I got rid of that. There it is. Oh, I know, Matesh. There we go. All right. Now, puppy. Let me put a little bit more water in here. Puppy. Oh, this is good. Excuse me, puppy. Excuse me. Oh my god. Oh, that was really good. All right. Good day. Good day. Sorry for all the bots, you guys. Puppy. Oh, Matej. What was that? Make sure that's off screen. Yeah, it's off screen. What was Wait, somebody called me? What? Oh my goodness. Was my sound turned down? How in the world did I get a phone call and I didn't hear it? How in the world did I get a phone call and not hear? Did you guys hear my phone ring? Oh my goodness. Oh, again. There we go. My parents were boomers. My dad handed your parents couldn't have been boomers. There's no way. Really? Okay. My dad, your parents were boomers? Ugh. My dad handed my mom his paycheck and said, "Get me $50 and go do your thing." Mom was a banker. All my relatives were the same. Dad had to be hosted. My mom managed the money, but she did very well with the money, managing it and all. Because my dad worked for himself. He had his own business. So, anybody that knows that if you have your own business, it every month. So you gotta look at things sometimes not even by the year, by several years and budget and all. So my mom was good about the budgeting. My offspring came back with a huge sense of entitlement. Oh, Jennifer, we do our best. That's all we can do. And then let it go. What is that? That sounds like. And then I get the down dog. Oh, I love you, mom. I love you, mom. Oh, God, it's delicious. Oh, this would be fantastic for me to sell. I would love to sell powdered goat's milk hot chocolate in like little envelopes and little packets for you guys. Wouldn't that be cool? Uh, let's see, Jigglypuff, who might be a bot because I don't recognize this person. Women are like creativity. Men are like logic. When both unite, it creates aesthetic beauty. I would tend to disagree. I think when both unite, it's a fucking nightmare. Women get raped and murdered, and it's the worst thing that could ever happen to a woman. No aesthetic beauty at all. I don't think men are logical. They're programmed. They are programmed, and women are the gods of this reality. So that's kind of like, oh, let's everybody get along. Everybody gets a trophy. Fuck no. We are the gods of this reality, and we're taking charge of it. And the men that know their place are going to do very well in it. So, no, let's not unite men and women. They don't go together naturally. They don't go together in nature. Yeah, fuck that shit. Men are dangerous. Everyone that I'm around, you have to keep in check. Even the ones you can sort of kind of trust, you have to keep in check all the damn time. All the damn time. So, no, Jigglypuff. Fuck that shit. That's bullshit. And let's not go there. No. No, fuck no. If there is dark, there is light. Yes. The dark is the asshole of the toroidal field, and the light is pure white light consciousness. Male and female is that kind of duality. No, it's not. There's only the female, and the male is a parasite on that which the female created. So I don't know where you are off in left field there. Way off in left field. Oh, no. No, no. And if you're in duality, you're in the wrong place. You are on the wrong channel. If you're in duality and you haven't let go of that shit, you're probably getting it up your black hole right now, and it's probably not feeling all that great. It's probably why you have a job on a bot farm, is because you're only talented in disrupting. Let's see. Mom and dad were born in 27, 28. Wow. I think my mom was 26. Like 1926. Mm. Ah. All right, you guys. I'm banning Jigglypuff. The fuck is that? So what I might do is people who come in here that aren't admins, and it doesn't take much to be an admin. It's like you guys that I know. I'll probably only talk to you guys because not having duality come in here. Hell no. Oh hell no. No duality. No duality. Let's see. Most of these accounts are created today. Yeah, on the 5th. And you do like more about the channel. This looks just like the other one. Yeah, today. So it's someone who just keeps creating accounts. It's the same. It looks like the same bot farm keeps coming in. I think it's probably the same person. All of this is the same person. Anyway, so I'm gonna be probably just ignoring, except for you, Matesh. We'll see if you get copied. There we go. Matesh, I made you a moderator if that's okay. Hold on. I think I found another bot. That's why I did that. There we go. Oh, there you go. Gotcha. You good? You good, Matesh? Oops. There we go. Let me look real quick. Make sure you're not one day old. Make sure I got the right one. Yeah, 2012. Woo, look at your picture. Woo, Matesh. Woo, woo, hot stuff. Oh, let's see. I have a blue name now. Is that okay? There we go. There we go. Just in case. JFC, just in case. What's going on, puppy? She's like, well, the sun's out outside. Why are we not outside? Why are we not outside? Hmm? Mhm. What's going on? Did you get your water? Do you have water? Yes, you have water. The water. You go. Anything I can do to help you guys today? Before I say goodbye, it's my good girl. Oh, you my good girl. Oh, So much awesomeness to do today. Yes, yesterday, um, I've been well, okay, not just yesterday. What did I say? You guys know how I just love to cook food and I just love to cook. I just love it. I've always cook with love. Um, I've been helping someone. Well, someone came in, they were like helping me, and I wanted to them, and I didn't know how to thank them. So I'm like, I finally talked them into letting me cook for them. And um, like cook something once a week or so, once or twice a week and make a big batch of it and then do it in servings and put it in the freezer and get someone all meal prepped. And in the process, I think I've developed a business idea, like a food prep type business idea, pickup and delivery. Not somewhere where you come and you sit with the waitresses and all that. A business that can withstand ridiculous regulations in the future, if you know what I mean. It's that kind of business that can be set up for, no contact. But anyway, in the process, I hadn't made chicken noodle soup because I've been doing the vegetarian thing for a while, and the person that I'm working with, they do eat meat, but they also, they're older, and it's really good to have some. Here, here, mommy hugs, mommy hugs, mommy hugs. Oh my god. Um, it's really, in my opinion, to have like a good chicken noodle soup where you remember how we talked about this the other day, how you boil the chicken for like 6 hours, and I boiled it with fresh rosemary, thyme, and parsley. Stop. And I bundled it in there, and I put, simple ingredients, the carrots, the celery, the onions, and garlic, and the chicken. I put the whole chicken in there. It was all organic and everything, and they paid for everything. So it went for 6 hours, and then I cut up the vegetables, all the vegetables and the herbs and everything that you put in it for the broth. You strain all of that out, and then I deboned the chicken and, was hey, should I call him a client and act like I'm on TikTok? One of my, clients that I do, like, I'm a personal chef for, I could actually be considered that. I'm not really paid for it, but he pays for the food, and if it's vegetarian, I get to take some home. So but he's helping me in all kinds of ways, with a bunch of man stuff that's either really hard or I don't wanna deal with or whatever, so it's kinda like a trade-off. He's a widow too, so he's just like, I haven't, wait, hold on. Uh, hold on, I'm so sorry, you guys. Let's just oops. Take a peek before these go, because these are popping up about every, what, 2 or 3 minutes? How long does it take to start a new channel? Okay, I'll trust my instincts next time and just, delete. Okay, here we go. Right. Uh, exactly. That's about where she is. So, in this, he's, likes it has become a cooking channel. He likes the dark meat with the chicken and all. I do the vegetarian thing, but I don't mind, cooking stuff like this. I don't know if I can cook steak. There's just something, like, psychologically, like steak and pork, I don't know if I can even touch it, but I seem to be okay with chicken. I didn't eat any of it. I could tell by how it smelled, that it tasted really good. Um, but I didn't eat any of it. I had him taste it and go, "Does it have enough salt? Does it have enough seasonings?" And all for him to taste it. I couldn't bring myself to even drink the broth. When I was finished, you guys, I tried. I was gonna do it. I was gonna have like a spoon. Okay, oh, I can't even think. And it was okay cooking it, but just thinking about consuming it, ugh. Something weird happens. Yeah, it does sound like mooing, doesn't it? Ugh. Anyway, but I had researched what is the real chicken noodle soup, or what you're supposed to be eating, and it doesn't have like foxtail and all kinds of crazy shit in it. Stuff that modern day is either illegal or you would never eat. That goes into chicken noodle soup. Didn't have, I don't think it originally had chicken in it. Um, so I'm taking the concept, and that's what I've studied. What is the concept of why they put all these things in it, and what did they all do? So in that, I researched, oh, bone broth, and you're getting all the collagen out of the bones and all. Here's something I did differently this time that I had done in the past, and I think it tasted, well, it smelled better. And this person hadn't had my chicken soup. I haven't made chicken soup in 10 years. They hadn't had my chicken soup before and now, so they don't know the difference. But it was so amazing. And while I was cooking the chicken, I ended up putting, I would say, 2 to 4, probably 4 total. It's a big pot, huge pot. 4 total tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in the chicken with the other herbs and vegetables and all that to make a stock that you discard. You throw away all of that stuff. So you can do the garlic and leave in the skins and all, and the onions and leave the skins in there because it's a stock, and you get all the nutrients from it. And then if you put the apple cider vinegar, again, it helps to extract all the marrow and gets all that stuff out for the bones. I've done the beef bones in the past, like 10, 15 years ago. I did that. So that's what I did differently, and it had a little bit of that vinegar in the soup, and you didn't taste the apple cider vinegar. It just was amazing. It was amazing. Or, well, I mean, I asked him, "Can you taste the apple cider vinegar?" And he's like, "No, I can't specifically, taste that." That's what I mean. I didn't taste it. But again, you could tell by smell. You could tell a lot by smell, and I could really. I wish I had been able to like taste it to see what the rosemary tasted like in there. Because when I made it before, I never put the rosemary in because everybody said no rosemary. So the rosemary, thyme, and the parsley, all the vegetables, apple cider vinegar, and I boiled the chicken in a huge pot for 6 hours, and you had this amazing with the vegetables and herbs, and it had this amazing flavor or bouquet, and he tasted it, so it was good. So then, again, deboned, he ate everything off of the bones. He's like from where he's from. He came from another country that where in this country, hold on, because I can't really say it. In this country, there were some bad things going on about 80 something years ago in this country. And when they were in this country, there was not a lot of food. And they would get a chicken in this country. If you look at your screen, I think you know what country I'm talking about and what time I was talking about. And at this time, meat, which is a famine food, my research, meat is a famine food, but they said, during this time, they only got like one chicken a month, and it was a whole chicken. And their mom or grandma, I forgot the story that they were telling me. Their mom or grandma would this chicken soup, or boil the chicken and boil everything out of it. And he said I'm about to cry. He would eat the bones and the cartilage to get all the marrow out of the bones, and sometimes eat some of the bones. That it was such a treat and a delicacy. It's all, and this is why I do food. You guys. I mean, I was watching him eat that when I was finishing up on the and everything, and because I was like, "You will eat all that? Like, you want the liver and the chicken neck and everything?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll eat all of that." And which that's why I was doing it, so he could get all that nutrition out of it. out of the marrow, all the stuff in the marrow and all. And he just naturally, the way he was raised, uh, liked it. And it was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly like my grandma's or something like that. And the recipe was just traditional. It was just the simple carrot, celery, onions, garlic, thyme, rosemary, parsley, salt and pepper, which is about as basic as you can get. The apple cider vinegar, I did put not very much, but a little bit of my universal seasoning. I still have some, and I put a little bit of that in it, but not much. Oh my god, that was so cool. The soup part of it, it could just be chicken soup. And then I gave him some instructions because he knows how to make his own pasta and everything. That's what he's gonna put in it. And, so I told him, go to the store, get some egg noodles. Again, this is not like an official business I'm doing now, or I already have egg noodles for him, but, again, it's just someone I'm helping out to get that, the chicken soup, the basics, and then he's gonna have chicken soup probably for a month. I made that much, that he'll have chicken soup for a month. And and, uh, anyway, I got that done yesterday. And from that, I thought, "You know what? I've got the skills, I've got the training." I ran a restaurant in my 20s. I was a restaurant manager in my 20s, and, and no one ever got sick in my restaurant. Nobody ever got sick in my restaurant. So I feel like I've got, the wherewithal to make sure nobody gets sick in this process. That's a big deal with food to make sure nobody gets sick. Uh, maybe start locally. Start here locally. Because I was thinking, is he's a widow and he enjoys the company. When I'm over there cooking and all that, he appreciates the company. And and but this is not a service everybody can afford to have, a private chef come into your home and they do all that stuff. But I'm just, thanking him. But I thought I could do this large scale. I could have a company that's here locally and then see what I could do over the internet, but have a local company where anybody can get it, but also have a service to where you like if you're the children or a family member or whatever, like you can give packages or something to people where they're I don't want to say shut-ins because someone that's a shut-in is low income is not going to be able to afford this. So I'm trying to like see how it's going to work out in my head to be able to do this, to put out good food that's home cooked, that takes a long time to simmer, that kind of food. And where you serve it like soup style, where it's quick service. It's like slow cooked fast food. And then I was thinking of all kinds of names, like at the beginning, some that might be considered not really good names, like rent a wife, because I was thinking of men who were widowed and older, and they've got money, but they don't have a wife to cook all this food. So I could create this business and do food prep, and that would be one of the clientels would be men um, who want some good home cooked food. So you say you assemble a lasagna and then you freeze it. So they take it out of their freezer. It's not cooked yet. It's just assembled, and all they have to do is, a time and temperature, just like you do a frozen lasagna from the store. Except this is a good for you. It's going to taste uncooked. It's going to taste. It's going to have that homemade taste because I'm going to make all the pasta myself. That's what I'm saying. I feel in helping this person by helping them with their meal prep and all because they weren't doing good food wise, but in doing that, think I might have created a business in my mind because as I'm making these foods, going, I could mass produce this, and it's got all the love in it. I just do this and I just keep making more, and it's do the same thing. Only just make a huge pot instead of a smaller pot. Um, I mean, it's just I've done enough in a kitchen to see how to scale food. You take one recipe and turn it into feeding 100. I know how to do that, from in my like, in my 20s. The restaurant work that I did, the restaurant management that I did, I could see how to take food and feed large amounts of people and do it in a way that every plate looks good. Everybody gets what they want on their plate and, mass produced good quality food. I can do that. You guys, I hope it doesn't sound like I'm just bragging on myself, like, "Ooh, I'm so awesome." But I feel it's more like the confidence I haven't had over the years because of narcissists and people who just wanted to put me down, who said that I couldn't cook and wasn't good with food and stuff. And just being around someone who I don't think they're just saying, because I've seen them compliment other people when it's just a polite compliment and not sincere. And 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 they're like the way that this person acts when they smell this food, eat the food is just blows me away that I've got skills on that level that because I think if you're criticized and you don't know you're good, you just keep trying to get better and better and better. And no one's ever complimented my food. Even my dad was like, he would complain. Aries, he complained about everything. But I remember because I was cooking since I was 4, and in the summer, I did it. I told dad I would do it. It wasn't my job or my duty or anything. I wanted to cook, and it was an excuse to cook. So I told dad this, like in the summer, while he goes to work, because he would come home for lunch, that I would cook instead of mom, cooking his lunches or whatever, because that's how it was back then, that I would cook his lunch. And it gave me, skill practice and skills and everything. And every time I'd make it, he'd complain about something. It was too salty, not enough salt, whatever. And I remember one time I was like, Dad, if you complain, if you say one more thing about the food that I make for you, and you complain, I'm not cooking for you. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna cook. Again, if you complain. And then I don't know, he complained about something, so the next day, he comes home at lunch, and there's no food for him, nothing. Which women from the '50s are like, "What? He came home and there was not food on the table? What happened?" I was scared. I was really scared. He was an Aries, but I was a Sagittarius, and I wasn't gonna have him complaining about my food. It's no use making it if you're gonna complain about it all the time. So, he, oh, I see how it is. I don't know, he made himself a sandwich or a bowl of cereal or something. I don't know what he had for lunch. I felt bad though. I felt because I was, like, disappointing my dad and everything, but I was determined. And then after he ate, he went back to work. He didn't say anything. I was terrified. His feelings were hurt, I think. Um, anyway, came home that night, and he pulled me to the side, and he apologized. He said, "I have been complaining. I'm really, really sorry. That was not nice of me or whatever. I'm really sorry." And I think the only reason he apologized is he wanted me to keep cooking because I was good. But that one, the first husband complained about everything. Just, everything I did was wrong. The second husband, 20 years, and everybody. But people would come to visit, they're like, "Ugh, I've never had food this good in my entire life," they would say. And then my family would be like, "Meh, too salty," or whatever, or not enough salt. Mm, or she put cabbage in it. Oh. Chicken soup, I made it the other day, the recipe. You told me it was, bloody lovely. Oh, thank you. Oh, did I give you guys the recipe? Oh, oh, thanks. And if you missed it again, I couldn't even eat it. There was something I tried, I even had it in the spoon, and it was headed towards my mouth, and I'm like and I smelled it, and it smelled wonderful, and I couldn't do it. I could not do it, you guys, I couldn't. I did try, though. I really did try, but there was something, like, psychological or whatever, I couldn't do it. But I have no problem with the goat's milk. I don't know what it was. I couldn't do it. But yeah, so, what I did, I don't know the measurements, take a whole chicken and whatever, those really big pots that a chicken fits into, where you still got a little room on the bottom and a room on top. I don't know how big those things are. Put the chicken in there and put a bouquet of, thyme and rosemary and parsley, all fresh, don't do the dried. So you do a bouquet, and you can either tie them together, and he had no string, so I just let it float around in there freely, it was fine. In the end, when you, put it through, like, a colander to strain the liquid, it takes everything out. So you put the bouquet in there, and then I used Celtic salt. He was paying for everything, so I used all the best stuff since he's a rich person. So, um, and he wants the good stuff. He wants to be healthy. So I'm like, "Well, this Celtic salt," he's like he didn't even wait for me to finish what I was gonna say was good with Celtic salt before he grabbed it. So he's gonna be getting all his minerals and everything with that Celtic salt. He's gonna be so happy. So I put several tablespoons of that salt in it because it's a really huge pot. And you want to make sure that you season at every step, no matter what step you're doing, season at that step. So don't put in like if you're going to be sauteing carrots, you put enough salt in the carrots as if you're just sauteing and going to eat the carrots. You don't try to put enough salt for the whole dish in at the beginning, if that makes sense. Season in layers. Um, so I put enough salt in it, and then I cut the ends, those rough ends off of the carrots, all the ends off of the onions, and with the peel and everything, and I threw it in there. All I did with the garlic was I crushed the head, which slightly crushed all of the cloves and just left the skin on, threw it in there. Celery, I cut all the bottom and all the top off of the celery, and left the good part for the soup. I was gonna cut it up nice and neatly, and then I did it country style, so I did it the vegetables really chunky. If you're doing a soup or a stew, I'd rather have a big chunky piece of vegetable that's not mushy, in my opinion. So I made the pieces as much as you could, make them, understanding that when you reheat it and everything, it'll taste better, but when you reheat it, you can take your spoon and, cut your carrot in half, you know, and I'd rather you cut carrot piece in half than to have small, mushy pieces of carrots. I want this to be like grandma kind of feel, more country tone. So, so you got your carrots, and I got the big carrots. I mean, everything's organic. I got the big carrots, the big chunks of carrots. I cut the ends off, the tips, throw those in there, carrots, celery, chop some tomatoes, and the onions, and the garlic. I talked about that. Okay. And then I told you about the salt, the Celtic salt, and then I got a good handful of peppercorns. So I put peppercorns not broken. So I didn't do like a pepper that you shake that's already ground up, like finer coarse. I didn't do that because I didn't want to overwhelm the dish with hot pepper, but I wanted the benefit of the pepper in there to unlock go find the fancy word yourself, to unlock all the nutrients and everything that I was putting in the soup. I wanted the peppercorns in there for a nice little pepper flavor, to have that home cooked, not cooking your not your lips on fire. So I did whole peppercorns, and you get any color that you want. You guys research on your own what peppercorns you think is healthy, and you could do the tricolor and all that. Throw them in. Throw them in. Um, let's see, and at that point, I think that's all I put in there. Oh, and the apple cider vinegar, probably about 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I boil all of that for 6 hours. I strain all the liquid out. I discard all the vegetables, everything, except for the chicken. I debone the chicken. I keep the chicken in as big of chunks as I possibly can. I don't shred the chicken. I let it shred itself as it's cooking and everything. I don't help out the shredding process because then it just looks like it doesn't look homemade anymore. So, like, the chicken breast might be a little larger and bigger chunks, and then the dark meat might kind of shred itself in there, and you'll have a good mixture of white and dark meat, large chunks, small chunks. Again, it's my opinion, the way I do it. You can make it look like a five-star chef, but to me, it's gonna taste and feel like you're at grandma's. There's this layer of fat on the top of the broth, with the bone broth and everything. Every bit of that, in my research to your own, is good for your health and all that, especially in the winter time. Okay, so when, I got all of the chicken, what I did then is I took the onions and the carrots and the celery, and I just did a nice sauté, but I didn't sauté it to caramelize it, just, because I wanted to taste more home cooked instead of, very, very gourmet. I did not caramelize the onions, but I did sweat the onions and the carrots and the celery. I roasted 3 whole heads of garlic, and I roasted them, and, before I put them in the soup, I, took it all out, but then I took the knife and rocked it on top to, chop up the garlic in it as small as possible. If yours is creamy, just put it in there creamy, but mine wasn't completely. I'm in the mountains, so things are a little drier here. It's a little different roasting here. I'm still learning how to roast garlic up here. Um, so I chopped mine up, and it was fine. It was fine, and then I put that in the soup, and then I poured my stock back in there, then I put the chicken in, and then I put another 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I just felt like it needed it, and then, in the end, just a little bit more salt. Just a little bit more salt, and at that point, no pepper. No more pepper because the peppercorns put enough in it. Yeah. Okay, and at the very, very end too. Okay, sorry. Um, for the bouquet, when I was making the stock before, I used half the parsley, half the thyme, and then not half the rosemary. Rosemary's strong. 1 long sprig of rosemary, which is about double, those little packages, double the package. It was folded in half. So I used 1 of those when I was doing the stock. And then for like, the finished product, I only took 1 that was about that long and took all the needles, one of those rosemary needles, I don't know what to call 'em. I took those off, and then I chopped them as tiny as I could chop them and fine, the parsley and the thyme and the rosemary, and then I put that in the end as well, like the fresh herbs right at the end, and and stirred it. So the last one I cooked between, it depends on how big you make the vegetables, 45 minutes to an hour. I simmer it after I get all those ingredients in it, and the herbs, and it's done. So that's the recipe. That's the recipe for my, chicken noodle soup, in my opinion, that you get the best health benefit out of it from all the ingredients that you put in. But again, not caramelizing your onions, or I mean, it would taste really good if you did caramelize the onions and the celery and the carrots, but all that nutrition and everything, I don't think you would get out of it if you did that. And then the garlic. The garlic when I was doing the stock, and I put 2 heads of garlic in there. Like I and I crushed them. That was the raw garlic. I didn't cook it at all before I put it in the water to boil it with everything for 6 hours. And so there were 2 types of garlic, the raw garlic at the beginning and then the roasted garlic in the finished soup. Okay, I think I told you everything that I put in there. I think I told you everything, and then sorry, you don't have the recipe, but the universal seasoning, but I didn't put more than I'd say 2 teaspoons in the whole thing, in the whole huge pot, so it wasn't all that much. I didn't want the universal seasoning to take over. So, yeah, that's the chicken noodle or chicken soup, and then you can do dumplings with it, because you got the basic chicken soup. You can put dumplings on top if you like. You could do some form of egg noodle. with the chicken. You can take that same chicken mixture and add in either cornstarch or was it tapioca, depending on what route you want to go, just some kind of a thickener. And you put a thickener in it and a little bit of cream in it, and you can make chicken pot pie out of the same thing, a little cream and thickener in it to turn it into a chicken pot pie. So you can do anything with that chicken. When you make onion, garlic, honey, do you chop the onions and garlic? Oh my gosh, Jennifer, good questions. And I don't know, Jennifer, if this is the right or wrong way to do it. This is the way I saw it done, and I repeated what I saw other people do. And I saw other people take the garlic whole, not even crushed or anything, just the whole garlic, and dump them all in there. And then the onion, is sliced on some level. I did mine in quarter onion slices and about maybe a quarter to 3/4 of an inch thick. Not that you have to do that, but I wanted big pieces in there of onion instead of little tiny pieces to fish through. I wanted them to be big enough that my spoon wasn't gonna accidentally pick them up, because if I wanna eat an onion, I'm gonna eat an onion. It just I don't wanna accidentally be in my bites. And same thing with the garlic. So the 2 people or the 2 households I made it for, the one just a report back. Again, wanna be real careful that we're not practicing medicine without a license and all, and I'm just telling you what happened. I'm just giving you a report on what happened. It doesn't mean that you should do the same thing or you will get the same results. But someone who was cool with natural medicine and stuff like that and would prefer that over the other was willing to do it and follow directions. They took that honey and garlic and onion where they had an ear infection and trying to be very vague so we'll never find out who this is. I want to make sure, everybody's identity always stays private. But had some kind of I don't remember the official diagnosis. I heard it was a big long word, but basically where if you do have surgery, they just put something in your eardrum so we can have some, drainage. Sorry, that was gross. So that was like, if it doesn't get better, that's gonna happen. So I brought that honey and garlic because I'm thinking if this is in the ear canal, we're dealing with sinuses and, all kinds of stuff like that. And if stuff's going on here, it's probably going on in the chest too. And also it was like, what did Psychic Bob say? That I was like a reincarnation of Edgar Casey, or I might not be using the right words. But there are a lot of people right now that aren't necessarily the reincarnation of sorry, Edgar Casey, but it goes. But you've got aspects of Edgar Casey. Does that make sense? So that you just have it intuitively know what someone, what's for that ailment or whatever. Like you intuitively know. So it's like that stuff started to come out. And because I mean, doing my research and all, I probably would have come to the same conclusion, but it would have taken a lot of research and then I would have second guessed myself. Am I sure this is the right answer? But it was like, no, it was like a flash, like, "Go make that and give it to her, and she'll be better." I was like, "Okay, that's something I already knew about," but I wouldn't have thought about doing that for an ear infection. It's not for an ear infection, but it helps all of this, and I figured she had seasonal allergies going and everything. Um, so she took it, and for 2 weeks, the doctor said, "Go home for 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks, we'll go to this appointment in what, Colorado Springs or somewhere, I can't remember. Go to the appointment, and at the appointment, they're prepared to do surgery if needed when you get there. Or if they look and see that it's not necessary, then, there's no obligation to have surgery. It's, you go on your merry way. So, she did it 3 times a day, like, with us, little spoon, 3 times a day for that 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, she went in and did not need surgery. And just said, "Well, come back. It looks like it's doing really well. Come back in a couple weeks. I think you'll be fine." A couple weeks. I mean, that's just a guess, but you guys, so that did that thing. So this other person, for other reasons, like, saw what good it was doing for them and is, not only eating the honey, but or drinking the honey spoonfuls, but also eating the garlic. They're eating the garlic too. So, isn't that cool? Yeah, a pie, it would be perfect. Oh, like a chicken pot pie? Yeah. And you know, Helen, from all the information I gave you, it just needs a thickener and something to make it creamy. Just cream and a thickener, and a thickening agent, and then you got chicken pot pie. Oh my god. I guess talking about food. So then that's what I was thinking, is I could have a business there, or this is a small town, you guys, and in this small town, there's still people with money here, but it's not like Breckenridge. Oh my god. Like, one of the smallest businesses in Breckenridge might end up out of pocket at least $5,000 a month for a tiny, tiny spot in Breckenridge. But you're talking tens of thousands of dollars for rent in Breckenridge on businesses per month. But that brings in that kind of people, that kind of money, to be able to justify the rent. Well, it's a small town, and there's businesses in the small towns that thrive, but it's still a small town. But it's a resort town as well, so money comes into this small town, so you can sustain these businesses, and the local people have an advantage. But because it's a small town, so I looked downtown, and there's one location, and it was like almost 4,000 square feet that was renting out for $2,500 a month. Was there? I wasn't gonna go for anything that big, but I'm just saying that's what's available. $2,500 a month for something that was 4,000 square feet, and not the business that I was looking to go in, but for whatever is going on there. Like, someone could come in with a good idea, $2,500 a month and make a killing. Oh my gosh. So, I was looking at some other locations that are small locations, which would be fine, and you've got a storefront right there on, it's not called Main Street, it's another street, but, it's the main street. It's right there on Main Street, a storefront with glass windows where you could display your products and see in the store and see what you got going on in the store. For Okay, I'm back. Did I disappear, you guys? I thought I was on TikTok for a second and I was in trouble. Uh, so it is possible to get some locations, and actually, it's probably going to be. It's way too big for the operation that I'm looking for. I just need a simple kitchen. There's no dining room. I don't want to have a dining room. I want it to be either pickup or delivery. Here's what I'm thinking. There's a good business here if you get your name out to the locals. When you're in a small town, that's a resort town. You don't cater to people that come to visit. You cater to the locals. And because you take care of the locals, your tourist business will thrive. That's one thing that I've learned over the years watching other people and how they handle their business. So as long as I take care of the locals, then it'll drive up your ratings on the internet, and people who come to visit your business is going to pop up. And there's a lot of people come to this resort town that want to do stuff. They might have a partial kitchen or something and want good home cooked food, not have to go to the grocery store, or just pick up stuff from a restaurant is great. But man, this would be home cooked food. So you would have one aspect of it to where you would have good food for people who might not be able to make it for themselves on a daily basis. Because a restaurant concept of bringing food to you that way is going to, be a huge amount of cost. And then you have delivery every time you eat from a restaurant. And this would be a meal prep thing where you might even get a delivery once or twice a week. But to have a business to where not only do you put out good food, and I could just have a good basic menu like, lasagna, chicken noodle soup, base meatloaf, basics, just basic things, basic home cooked country kinda just good food, and possibly it's this is not good for you, but possibly like a baked macaroni and cheese. I mean, think about that. How you've got all this food, prepped for several days, and all they've gotta do is go heat it up and have it packaged in a way where it forces them to heat it up without a microwave. They have to go to great efforts to heat it up in a microwave. This is what I'm thinking. So, at the beginning, maybe you target or just, one of the avenues is people who are, older, they wanna have good, healthy meals, but it's like, I'm single and I'm all by myself, and it's hard cooking for one person. But I still want all the good food, like you're cooking for a whole family. I wanna have that food. I want it to taste like mom or grandma made it. I wanna have that feeling. I wanna put it in the oven. I wanna smell it cooking and then take it out. Like, this is food that if you're gonna have a get together, you get food like this because you could probably pass it off as your own home cooked food. Ah, stop it, all bottle of your spice, how cool. That's so cool. Because I would use the spices in there, and the spices and all the you know what I would do? I would put stickers on all their food, whatever the containers are. I would put the God Bubble stickers on it that have that energy in it. The branding, the K and the manifestation triangle and all of that. All of that stuff that was on the spices, I can put on this food, and it's gonna have that good energy in it. It will heal people. It will bring people together. Now, here's another aspect and a service you can pay for because I can do kind of like a DoorDash kinda thing or, however that works to hook up with those services, for delivery, but excuse me, I can also offer my own delivery service and have maybe some elderly people that want a part-time job, that maybe not work very many hours at all, but wanna make a difference in the community, but still make some money, that maybe they would do the deliveries. And then, the deliveries would be including, let's say, a half an hour visit, like, "Let me go deliver this stuff and just spend about a half an hour with you," uh, as a type of a community service type thing, checking on I'm about to cry, you guys, checking on people while delivering those things, so it's not just a DoorDash, which, you're there and then they go and then goodbye. It's someone that comes and goes like, it could be someone that's like, "Is this meeting your dietary needs? Do you have" it's like, "Well, I'm just making this up, like, I haven't been eating as many salads as I should, and I wanna do the salads, but your standard salads has onions on it and stuff, and I don't want onions." "Oh, well, let's do a salad just for you," or whatever, and they could, see what the needs of the customer are, and "Okay, let's do this cabbage salad. Now, do you want, like, a honey mustard, and all the mustard is made in-house? The mustard is made fresh. Do you want, like, a honey mustard, dressing on it? On your salad, do you want whatever." And then I can offer not only those, but mason jars where it's and have mason jars as kind of the backbone of how stuff gets delivered instead of in plastic. Have a really good source for mason jars and deliver and just make all of those homemade salad dressings, all the different, homemade salad dressings and sell those by the mason jar, you guys, with pre-prepped, salads. And would that not be just so awesome? I mean, I think that would be so cool to have a business like that, and that's the type of thing that, um not that you guys should do this business, that's not what I mean at all. But this is the time when you start to look at what can I do locally? And then maybe have an online business too. But how can I help out locally? Just like in a resort town, if you take care of the locals, then when the visitors come, you'll do fine. You'll be fine if you take care of the locals. So I can see this expanding into not only a humanitarian type effort and to get good food into people's homes, where it's more home cooked type of food. And then maybe part of it is to go there and help them to figure out what if it's a widow that is, in their 80s or 90s, and they always had a woman cooking for them, like, but they want all this home cooked food. So you go in there, you show them how to use the oven. This is how you turn it on. Here's the setting. This is, and you set a timer. You do it for this few minutes. Take it out of the freezer, and then you just teach them how to put something in the oven and take it out, and have it a part of the service is to because some not on the level of what insurance pays for all that, not doing things for people, but in instructing them on the product and, and seeing how they could, get help, and also to have a type of a charitable service. I've got someone here that has money, you guys, that I think might be willing to invest in this, local business, that they are here locally doing charitable work anyway, giving away tens of thousands of dollars a month on charitable stuff. I think I can partner with this person to go and at the very least, to go do the delivery part. I think they would be like, I would handle all the food and the business side of it and everything, and then they could handle all the social and the deliveries and coordinating workers and people and all of that. I would love to do it. I would love to do it, going out and having a team of people who deliver food to people and do like, almost like a companion you know what I could do? What could be included, you guys? And again, families can pay for this to have this with their loved ones. I'm about to cry. Oh my gosh, you guys to have a companion, like, not only just awesome food, but have a companion deliver it to you and maybe eat with you or something. Just, whatever's going on, do you want someone to come eat lunch with you? And then that companion, that's part of how they can be paid too, is like, "Hey, you get the food too." I'm about to cry, and then just talk about stuff, just spend time together, and, I'll have everything disposable where there shouldn't be, cleanup, too bad of a cleanup or anything like that. Would that be the coolest service, that's related to food and companionship for, people who are just, maybe stuck at home or oh my god, how cool that would be. Because there are people out there who want to volunteer, and not everybody wants that. Some people just say, "Give me my food and leave so I can get back to gaming, get back to my Netflix." So you can have something for everybody, but if somebody is like, "I'm just fucking lonely," and even if I do pay for it, it would be nice to sit down and have a meal in my home with someone, because it's hard for me to go out and eat and all that, or weird or awkward, and then it's something that they could look forward to once or twice a week or whatever the schedule is, once or twice a week that they would come visit and have a meal with them um, but, it'll work itself out. I don't know, there's gotta be someone who's done this before. Because it's a type of Meals on Wheels, except for Meals on Wheels has a type of government support. But, if I'm doing charitable work like this, there's gotta be some oh my gosh, there's gotta be grants out there, like a grant writer that might come in and help with grants. Could you imagine what we could do with a grant? We could just flat out pay people to go out and, help oh my gosh, it's like okay, and I have to look at insurance, liability insurance and all that. I could do, like, a cleaning service. Oh my gosh, then you'd have to bond people. It'd be like, "Hey, let's go clean out your kitchen," clean out your refrigerator. Like, maybe stuff like that. Like, "Let me help you to, get your dishes washed back," or just simple tasks like that. That's verging on caregiving, but not going too far. Where we can still do it under delivery and companionship kinda stuff. It's just basic throwing things away. No, I'd have to be real careful about that, liability wise. But anyway, it's a good area to think about, what we would be capable of doing and what kind of services we could provide in the community. And again, that, maybe they can't afford it, but their family or something wants to gift them, a gift of food and companionship twice a week for their mom that just doesn't get out because her hip hurts or whatever. It's hard for her to go to the grocery store. And then if she goes to the grocery store, then cooking at home there because her hip hurts. Now it's hard to stand in the kitchen and cook. Like, oh my gosh, you get everything pre-prepped and delivered to you, plus someone nice that coming to visit, see how you're doing. You ask about all your grandkids and and stuff. And oh, we would do training too, like training on, to be like a companion, not a companion. What am I trying to say, you guys? A companionship, like just a companionship person, like to teach people what are the questions people like to be asked, questions about themselves, what to make them feel important, to make them feel heard, and all, and also a place to be connected to social services. If at all, because I've got someone who's a member of the Rotary Club and has connections all over the place. That if there's someone in need, that they'll like really, in need, I feel fairly confident I can find help for you, and to be able to be in a place where you could bring help into people's homes and not in a spying on people kind of way and reporting people. You guys know where I'm going with that. Actually getting them good, real help, and not hurting them in the process of trying to help them. You know what I'm saying without saying it. Oh, Melissa, awesome. Already do that and it really helps. Like, and possibly a nonprofit. But then I look at nonprofits and it's got so much government control in the nonprofits. Basically, if you're a nonprofit, then you're giving the government permission to come in at any time and take over your business and to run like that the tax exempt status and everything allows the government to come in anytime and take over your tax exempt business or not business or whatever, your organization, and do with it as they please. Like if you're a church and you're tax exempt, then at any time the government can come in and say, hey, we've got these people, and you don't know who they are or what we're doing with them, but you've got to house them in your church. You've got to house them in your Sunday school classrooms and so forth. And they're going to be eating out of your kitchen, utilizing your kitchen to eat, and using your baptistry to take baths. There's nothing you can do about it unless you want to lose your tax exempt status. A lot of people don't know that this nonprofit tax exempt stuff. So what I prefer doing is doing a corporation and keeping it under a corporation and always keeping that corporation operating at a loss. Because I can have enough charitable stuff that I can operate it at a loss while making a profit. It's all on paper, it's all legal, and I've done it since 2001, operating as a business. Like, I don't own anything. Like, if you look up my net worth, it's probably zero. Kelly isn't worth anything. Kelly doesn't have anything. What is Kelly's net worth? Zero. So I might do it more as a corporation because I haven't paid taxes since 2001. People pay taxes. People pay taxes. Corporations do not pay taxes. So I've just run money through corporations, and the corporations take care of me. They take care of me very well because everything's a tax write-off. Everything you do is a tax write-off. Everything. Since I don't own anything, the business takes care of me. Everything is a tax write-off. So, you guys, I function every year at least $250,000 loss every year. Why do you think I've got $1 million something on my website? And every year, I choose one person to get that $1,000,000 program, and I gift it to them. And I legitimately work with someone with that $1,000,000 program I've got on there. And so, since I do that $1,000,000 program and I gifted it, there's my $1,000,000 tax deduction. And that's just one of my tax deductions. Mhm. It works out, and that's the way that the laws are designed and the game is played, for a few, only a few, but, I mean, they've come out and just said it's illegitimate anyway, so that's the IRS is voluntary and illegitimate and not constitutional and so forth. Well, I mean, I don't wanna tell you guys what to do, but, like, it got to a point where I'm like, "I'm not even gonna file my taxes anymore, this is ridiculous." Because I in my own research, do your own, consult an attorney who will tell you the opposite of what I'm about to tell you. Who will tell you, "Do not do what she's doing. Don't for entertainment purposes." Wait. For entertainment purposes only. There we go. Seeing that they had no teeth and seeing the law and who the law pertains to, the only people taxed actually work for the government. So there is a legitimate income tax, but it's only for those who work for the government itself, not anybody else. Like if you're a clerk, a city clerk or something like that at the county seat or the county office or whatever, like you have to pay taxes. If you, work for the driver's license department or whatever, you have to pay taxes on what the money you make, according to what the law says, which is unconstitutional. So, but if we actually read what it says, that there's only a certain number of people that are supposed to even pay taxes, and those. So, what's the incentive to work for the government then if you have to pay tax salary? So, so then when I read that if you don't owe taxes, there's no deadline to file. Once I found that, don't copy me, by the way, and talk to an attorney before you do anything that I tell you I did. I could be making it up. I probably am just lying. I'm probably just making all of this up. But since I read that, I haven't even filed, and I haven't even filed. Like, I don't owe taxes. Why am I even filing? The law says I don't have to. Yeah. So that's what I did. Don't copy me though. But I've only been doing it since 2001 successfully and doing well. I know, right? I mean, what are they gonna do? "Ooh, file your taxes." Oh, so I don't pay them? But I don't owe taxes. So, I mean, where's the threat here? What's the threat? I don't owe taxes anyway. Well, file for what? Just because you want me to do paperwork? See, that's what frustrated me so much is the paperwork was so stressful. Even though I didn't pay taxes, doing all of that paperwork once a year was driving me crazy, and I'm like, "I'm not gonna do it anymore." Whatever repercussions that's what I was feeling at the time. Whatever repercussions I get is not gonna be as stressful as the stress every fucking year filing this shit. If I get, "So you'll file your taxes," a letter told me to file my taxes, I just file it. Big fucking deal. That's less stressful than doing it every like a fucking robot. What am I doing? This bullshit stuff. It's an organization that doesn't look like it has a lot of enforcement, except for just random letters it sends out there. Threatening to do what? I guess I've been in a place where it's like, "Well, garnish your wages." Well, you have to find my money first to garnish them. You don't know where my money comes from. Like, if you work for someone else, then it's pretty easy to go garnish your wages and, play those games. But if you're an entrepreneur, you got corporations. It's kinda hard to do that to you. What you gonna do? I don't own anything. What wages are you gonna garnish? I don't own anything. And, what about my corporation? Are you gonna garnish the wages of my corporation? It doesn't even owe you money. Like, and how are you gonna get that money? There's no account out there that you're gonna rip it out of magically. So it's just if you work for other people, it just makes it easier. So, yeah, I haven't paid taxes since 2001, and I've filed every year. It was legal. It was or what you call legal is I mean, taxes aren't legal in the first place, but made up laws. By the color of law, it's legal. Uh, so, yeah, I think I'll do it under a corporation, a for-profit corporation, and then just function at a loss. Yep. So it's like, what is the net worth of Kelly's new company? Negative $572,000. Oh, Kelly's in the hole. It's like, no, that's a strategy, and I can do it. And that's how I can work the charitable stuff into the organization and make it work. And and make it work. I'd rather give to charity people than to the government, that's for sure. And giving to people, you don't give to the government. Ugh, advertising too. Advertising too. If you have a product and you give it away, you can it's, the full retail value is tax deductible. Yep. Yep. I can have $1,000,000 workshop and gift it to you there, and it's a tax deduction for advertising. Mhm. Yeah, pays to have a side business. Like, if you have a job and you're paying taxes, get a side business that has to do with your lifestyle, and don't lie. Don't ever lie. Holy crap. Don't ever do that. Don't cheat, lie, steal. Don't do anything. Just look at the system and how it was made, and then look past there's a lot of fear. But my mom, I could not get her to stop paying taxes. She had a tutoring business that she was volunteering most of the time, and so I was trying to get her to do that, as a tax write-off and everything, so she wouldn't pay taxes on her business at all, because she couldn't legally do it, and I was gonna help her file her taxes and everything, I mean, to get all of them or just not have to pay, and she wouldn't do it. She said, Kelly, the government needs the money." She said that to me. "But the government needs the money, Kelly." Oh. She would if she were alive today in, just a few days, 7 days, she would have been 99, so she'd be 98 now, turning 99 in a few days, if she was still here, that generation. "Kelly, the government but Kelly, the government needs the money." Ugh. My mom was just too good of a person. Well, I love you guys. How can I help you out today? Before I go meandering through life on this Sunday. Wait, I got my laundry done. I did a lot yesterday. I got laundry done, made that chicken noodle soup, all kinds of stuff. They called. Um, they're probably wondering how all this soup is gonna be stored. Question, you guys, can you take a mason jar and put chicken noodle soup in it and put it in the freezer? Can you put chicken noodle soup in the freezer in a mason jar successfully. Yes. 1 inch of headspace for expansion, allowing it to cool completely before freezing. Okay, it's in the refrigerator right now. Avoid using jars with curved shoulders at the top as they are more prone to cracking. I think these are the curved shoulders ones. You guys, how could this chicken noodle soup be stored? I don't wanna store it in, like, Ziploc bags because of, like, microplastics. And even the like, the plastic containers are microplastics. I don't know how to store this. Hmm. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I would just put less in each one. Well, I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Thanks for hanging out. I mean, we talked about chicken noodle soup and all kinds of stuff. Oh, I love you guys. Please visit thegodbubble.com. There's a lot of cool shit over there. $35 workshops that are awesome. And if you go on my merch tab, I've got coloring books. I've got all kinds of stuff over there that has the 40 feelings and emotions on it. It's worth getting a coloring book just to have the feelings and emotions in that list, like done in a neat and tidy way with illustrations. Well, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out, and I guess I will see you on the next video.
Roll of dreams where the stars align. Kelly Coffee takes you on a ride divine.
Oh my God.
In her God bubble we soar through the night. Exploring the universe, our vision takes flight. The symphony of galaxies.